Hey everyone, welcome to Urban Gardens and Lawn Care. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to transplant a tomato seedling into a bigger pot to get it ready for its final destination once the last frost is done in your zone. So now's the time to make sure you guys are subscribed, following, and have your notifications set so you guys can get alerted when videos drop on this channel and to help it grow. All right, so guys, as you can see, if you saw some of my videos before, I was at a nursery and I got a cherry tomato seedling here. So what I want to do is transplant it to a bigger pot so it can grow and produce more bigger tomatoes. Otherwise, if it stay in this, even though it's cherry tomatoes, it's only going to grow so much. So we want to make sure that we transplant into a nice spot. All right, so they did give me some soil here. Look like some peat moss, vermiculite, stuff that keeps the soil moist when I bought it. But of course, you want to keep it fresh. So what I got here is some garden soil here. You can use either Miracle Grow. This one is the Better Homes and Gardens, and it's organically mixed, ready to grow. It's no mixing required. All you have to do is just plant it in a bigger pot. And this is formulated for tomatoes, as you can see, and other type of plants and vegetables, spinach, stuff like that. The first thing you want to do, depending on what your spot size is, like we said, urban landscape, everybody don't have enough room. So if you want to do it into pots and leave it on your balcony, like I'm on my deck right now, though I have a nice backyard, but I want to have some stuff growing on the deck as well as the bigger stuff in the yard. All right, so first thing you want to do is get you a pot. So right here, we have a bigger pot. Right here, compared to this one, as you can see, this is how small this one is, and this is how big on this one is. So see, once you get inside here, it's going to definitely give it more room to grow. And then once you start seeing the stems and roots grow out of this, then it's time to transplant. Like if I want to transplant it to the garden bed, or I can just leave it in here and put some sticks and just just these are cherries, tomatoes, just let it grow in here. And I have a bigger pot as well. So the first thing you want to do is get your soil, whatever you want to use. Of course, make sure it's good, natural and organic, so that way when you put it in the pot, everything is growing nice. You want to make sure, get your pot, and what you're going to do is take the tomato seedling out from here. And then what you want to do is put I had a previous one, so I do this every year. So what you want to do is make an imprint in there. So that way, when you put the soil, which I did already in here to save time, then I'm going to show you guys how to transplant it in here. All right, so let's go ahead and take this one out right here. All right, guys, so as you can see, we did take out the tomato seedling right here. You see all these roots in here. You want more roots to grow so it can produce more fruit. So before we put this in this pot, I'm going to formulate it. The dirt is good. We know that, but we just want to make sure that we get the biggest possible out of it. So we're going to get this organic gardening plant food. That way it helps feed it as well as you have good soil. So as you can see, it grows bigger blooms, and it's good for tomatoes, carrots, all that good stuff. So this is also a good thing to get, organic plantain. So let's go ahead and pour some in there. All right, guys, so as you can see, we did get some in there. Don't worry about the dirt falling on the side. We definitely make sure it's in there, so when we water it, the roots will definitely get a good plant food and the water it needs to grow. So we're going to go ahead and pick it up just slightly like this. And what you have to do is just squeeze it in there just like that. Cover it up, push it down, just like so. Just like this. Also, guys, with tomatoes, you want to kind of bury it as high up as possible to the stem here. That way you see all these hairs on the tomatoes. Those are roots that can possibly grow. So what you want to do, you can either, depend on your pot, if you don't have a pot, you can use like a plastic cup and fill it up with dirt and put it around it. So it's going to fill it up a little bit more, and then we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and water it. Just like this. Go ahead and give it a good soak. Don't want to blast it too much, so I got it on very light. Just like this. And I did put some rocks at the bottom of this just in case you guys are wondering, just to make sure it has proper drainage. I know everyone does it different, but as you can see, I'll go ahead and show you guys. All the water will leak from the bottom right here. So the rocks will help stop the soil from compacting, even though this is supposed to be drain-proof soil, which means it is easily drains the water so it won't overwater the tomato plant here. So that's all you do. And some people like to cover it up with like mulch or straw or something, or leaves and stuff like that. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this on the deck, and then I'll go ahead and decide where I want my final place to be. I might put it in another garden bed that I have. So go ahead and put it back on some sunlight. All right, guys, see, we are done. So as you can see, we have everything filled up as far as we can to the next. So you can see those hairs right there on this tomato will eventually grow more spouts and roots so it can produce more cherry tomatoes for here. Now all you have to do is put a reminder here what this is, so you want to make sure they're not beefsteak or other aroma. You can put this in there just like this, and that way when I blend my beefsteak or aroma, I know the difference between the type of tomatoes that I have in here. As you can see, I found out it was 2 seedlings in here, so I actually paid for one, ended up getting 2 in here, which will grow tall, and I'll definitely have cherry tomatoes here. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to help the channel grow, and I'll catch you guys on the next urban garden and landscaping lawn care video.